Hey guys, welcome back to Evolving Mail. Today we're going to do something for the street triple. We're going to install an SW-Motech tank bag, and it's got a locking ring. We're going to put it on there and we'll show you how to do it. Stay tuned. Here we go. Okay, the first part of this is the Pro Tank ring, and this is the ring that's going to go here, and it stays on and allows the bag to go on and off easily. SW-Motech is a Czech company. Now they have an office in Portland, Oregon, and also one in Spain, I believe. They've been in business about 20 years, and they've got some experience. I chose this over the GV because I like the bag better. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta open this up and put this ring on here, and there's two-piece ring, and we're gonna go through the steps and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so here's the this comes packaged up nice and tight in here. So you are gonna need some Loctite. It does not come with Loctite. You need some medium Loctite or blue. So I got the blue, and there are a couple different rings. There's a top ring. This is the top ring, and this is the bottom ring. So the first thing we gotta do is put the bottom ring on. Now, what we're going to use is, let's see, I've got a number 4, a number 4, Allen wrench, and so the top 4 is we need to take off. So if you look here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the top 4 you're going to put on. And it's actually magnetic, so when I set it down, it's grab and hold kind of already. But be careful. So actually, that's the wrong ring. This is the ring. You want this ring. This is the bottom ring. It has the screws popping up from it. That's the one. It's going to go. Is it bottom ring? Hold on. I've screwed up. Oh no, I haven't. I did it right. So, okay. I said the top 4. It's the bottom 4 that we're taking off. Right there. The bottom 4. So we're going to take. That was not even tight. 1. Factory loose. You gotta love it. Now this one over here was long, so remember that. This one over here is long. The bottom 2 short. So these 2 are long and these 2 are short. So we need to keep that in mind. Now, first thing you want to do is get the bag of bolts. The bag of bolts are magnetically stuck to the top ring. So inside this bag of bolts, there are several screws and several spacers. There's big black spacer, and there are little gray spacers. So we want to take the gray spacers. See the gray spacer? And then there's black spacers too. There's gray and black. You want to take the gray, put the gray spacers in here. Gray spacers in. There we go. Nice and easy like that. Then you want to take the ring, and this kit does come with some it does come with some little pads that you can stick on the bottom of this in case it does touch your paint on the street triple. I don't believe it does touch the paint. No, it does not. It doesn't feel like it touches the paint, although maybe that's not a bad idea because it does touch up here, maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. So what we can do is, just to be sure, like it doesn't wind up scratching the paint, because if you're insane like me, peel this off. Put one up here. Right there. two on the inside. Damn. Okay, so we got that one. And I'm going to skip the holes there. I'm going to trim these up, obviously. And just like that. What I'm going to do is go get a, I'm going to press down nice and tight. I'm going to go get a knife. Now, using a razor knife, I'm just going to trim, just nice and gentle, so I don't scratch the paint on the ring. Just going to trim. Trim the excess where I don't want it to be. There's that. Because there ain't nothing worse than taking this off someday and finding out that it scratched the crap out of your tank or whatever, something. A couple minutes of a few minutes of just prep goes a long way. Okay, so you can see the pieces I put on there. Put one here, one there, one there, one there, one there. When you flip it over, you can't see it. We're going to stick this on top of the ring. Let me go back in here to our bolts. And if you're looking at these bolts, there's some longer ones they give you, and the ones you have are like a cap screw kind of thing. And this one is tapered, and it's a little bit longer. The threads are a little bit longer. There's several sizes in here, but what we're looking at, what we need to look at, take this. When we take this out, we got our threads here, plus this piece. What size is going to fit? And I'm not really sure. I'm not totally sure. So I'm going to start with the big one because I don't know. So we're going to take okay, put this on here like that. Put a big one in there. Put a big one right there. And this is a different size, so I got to grab a different size Allen wrench than the previous one. Okay, so coming off it was a 3mm, and going on it's a, coming off it was a 4mm, and going on it was a 3mm. So I'm going to screw this down to make sure this works. Okay, it does work. So now we're going to put a little Loctite, just a little blue Loctite on here. If I can get it to come out. Just a little bit on there. Trying to keep it off the paint. Same thing there. And I mean, they didn't have, the stock bolts were pretty loose, so I guess anything is better than what the hell I had. Screw these down, just slightly snug, until I get the other ones in. And then we're going to take the medium-sized bolts, 2 medium-sized bolts that we had that were smaller, a little smaller. As you can see, different sizes. And we're going to put some Loctite on these. Looks like I'm running out of Loctite a little bit. Let's close. Stick those in. Oh crikey, I just grabbed the wrong bolts, guys. Why didn't you stop me? So, I didn't realize that some of these have a rounded head and some of them have a tapered head, and we need a tapered head. I had not noticed that. Okay, so upon looking at the actual directions like I'm supposed to, I found that I had it right. These are the right bolts. They are the right ones because apparently these ones are slightly they're exposed. So my mistake. Sorry. It's a learning process. So put those rounded top bolts in here. Put those in. After all, and then we're gonna drop that on our paint, and then after that we're going to pick it back up and we're gonna tighten them down just snug. You don't gotta go all crazy on it. Snug. Snug. Okay. So the next thing is our ring. So now we're going to take our ring, and you'll see that there are 4 screws in there. We're going to take that ring, we're going to set it right on top of those 4 screws, just like that. Nice and good, good. And then on top of that, there are these black. There's these little black. Can you see those? Those little black ones. And the reason you know that the little black ones go on top is because, interestingly enough, if you look really close, let me see if I can get this in there. Can you see that there's an Allen in the top of that? So it takes an Allen wrench in the top of that, whereas the bottom is just threaded. Flip it around. So these are going to go right on the top, inside there. These are actually the nuts, right there. And then come back to our 4mm that pulled that off, and I wonder if we should put some Loctite in there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say yes, it does call for some Loctite, so we're just carefully gonna I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this ring off ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. And I place all the little nut things inside there. I'm just gonna put a little Loctite. On these. Damn, it's Loctite. No problems today. Every time I set the bottle down, it rolls to the back of the tight there. Grab a little rag. We're going to set these on top. Set those on top. Grab our 4mm Allen. We're going to just snug them down a little bit. Cross pattern snug them. Gently snug them. And then start back at the beginning, and I'm just going to tighten that down. Tighten it down. You can't really over tighten it because it bottoms out, and if you saw that, it was just popping the Allen wrench off. So there we go. That's the tank. That is the tank ring. So she's all done. I'm going to bring you in for a closer look. So that is the tank ring right there. SW-Motech. Looks really nice and clean from the sides. Can't see anything. And I'm glad I put that little tape stuff under there because it would have probably touched the bike paint, and we don't want to do that. And this is, I actually like this tank ring thing because I drive a lot for work, so I go through a tank of gas in about a day and a half, 3 trips back and forth, like one trip to work, one trip back from work, and then a trip there, and I have to get gas again. So what I normally do is I fill the bike up at home, so I don't have to stop at the stupid gas station all the time. Well, if you look right here, I got some gas getting on there. It actually messed the paint up a little bit, so you can kind of see the paint right there is just a little bit. So can't really see it as much anymore, but be careful. But all in all, I think this looks good from a distance. I don't think it really looks bad. You can open this up just like that. Get your, it doesn't interfere with your key going in. It doesn't interfere with your fueling. So works good. Shut that down, and that's it. So now it's time for the bag. The only problem with that is I don't have the bag yet, guys, so I'm waiting on the bag to get here. It'll be here, today's Tuesday, it'll be here Thursday, so on Thursday we're going to finish this up, and you'll never have known if I don't tell you that this was a 2-part recording process. But anyway, the bag's coming. I got the smaller of all the bags because this is a naked bike, and I really didn't want to have this giant thing on here, this giant bag on here, because it's a naked bike. But they do sell back rags or panniers. Is that how you guys say it in Britain? But anyway, they do have a system for the back, and that's kind of how they started, with a back bag system. That's how they became a company, I believe, was setting up tank bags like for back there, actually metal tank bags. But the bag I got is the smaller of them, and when it gets here, we'll show you. Stay tuned, it's coming up. Okay, guys, well, it's Thursday, and the bag came in, and this is the SW-Motech Pro Micro. It's in this bag. Comes in a nice little bag. I don't know what this bag's good for, but you could use it for whatever. So this is a nice little micro bag, and the reason I got the micro bag is because it is a naked triple, and I don't really want all this crap on there. I've got the Nelson Rig tail bag on here, and I only really use it when I have to. Right now it's got rain gear in there. It just is what it is. But normally I'd rather keep it as naked as possible. What I like about this bag is it's small, it unzips, and it has a little rain protector on it, so you can stuff this in there. And here is the kit to attach to the bottom of this thing. I'm going to show you guys how we do that. And here's some little desiccant pouches that aren't any good for anything now that I'm getting rid of the bag. So you do lose a little bit of space, because if you can look in here, it like raises up, because underneath it's raised. See how it's raised? So you lose a little space. This isn't the biggest thing in the world. This isn't meant, they have bigger ones, but the micro is meant to hold some sunglasses, maybe, it's got these little straps in there, look at that. Little straps, there's one there, and on the other side. So it's meant to hold like some sunglasses, maybe your wallet. Here's a nice thing, like, you know you gotta get gas. And if you're like me and you try to ride to stay alive, and you've got your protective gear on there. My wallet, earlier I was coming home from work, I had to take my outer pants off, kind of, or open them up and get my wallet out. Where here I can keep the wallet inside, so I can just get it. Maybe put your phone in there, or whatever. Or nice little place for a gun. How about that? Put your gun in there, pow pow, pew pew, if you have to, right? So you can keep whatever in there. It's nice and safe. It comes off and comes with you. So we're gonna go ahead and figure out how to install that. But just looking at it right there, you can see that it's not too intrusive. It's pretty small. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this little bag to the side for a moment, and we're gonna open up these instructions, and we're gonna figure out. Here we go. Okay, so there's this bottom piece looks like it's gonna be pretty straightforward. You got 4 bolt holes right there, and you got this little ring right here, and I'm thinking this ring is the detachable pull cord. You got some little screws and a little Allen wrench in there, and there's even some instructions. So I'm gonna move you guys over here closer, and we're gonna figure this out together. We'll figure it out together. Whoa. All right. Sorry, I was singing a little Dr. Hook there, changing the words a little bit. Okay, so the first thing is we've got the ring on there, and we're gonna go backwards here, and we're gonna take the all right, we're gonna take this pull cord. So this pull cord is inside, and I think the whole point of this is it has the detachable thing right inside, and that's so like when you take the bag and you're on the go, you can pull that off. Okay, and then let me see. This bag is like that. So what this says to do. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the male side of this off the strap. So it's off the strap. We're gonna turn this thing around right here, and we're gonna come with, there's 2 sides. There's 2 sides. One is single-sided, and one you can see it's been doubled up and closed off. So we're going to put this through the top of this right here. We're going to push it through like that. We're going to pull it all the way in till we got this little piece right like that. Then we're going to take this like so, and we're going to take it just like this. And we're going to face this male piece. Let me adjust this camera. We're going to adjust this male piece towards us, and we're going to come through. We're going to come through. Holy crap! We're going to shake and be old man. We're going to come through the top. We're going to come through the top just like that. Okay, just like that, and then we're going to kind of loop it over and go into the back. Just like that. We'll pull that down just like that. So we have this little thing right there. Okay, once we get that, we are going to position this bag so this cord hangs out towards the front. It's going to be towards the front of you. So if you're on the bike, you're sitting towards the headlights. Okay. And then we're going to put this piece right on there like that. See that? So there's the front of the bag right there. We're going to bring this straight up to the front. Just like so. Just like that. You're right. And then we're going to take the pieces that came with it, the screws that came with it, and we're going to drop crap all over the damn ground. Now, we're going to open this up, throw that away, and we are going to put these screws inside like this. And we're just going to put them in there loosely. So something that is nice about this bag versus, I think, the competitor, I think that GV does not adjust quite the same. That's the only other locking tank bag I know of. Okay, so we just got those in a little bit, and you can see there's this like ladder backbone system, so this can actually move. So the nice thing about this is we can tighten this. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this down just a little bit, but not snug, because I want to be able to adjust it. be able to adjust it. Okay, now I'm going to take you around right here, and I'm going to stick it on the locking ring, and we're going to stick it there. And right now it's locked in, and we can put it wherever we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on the bike. Okay, and I didn't read the directions until right now. This is the first I've actually looked at directions. Hand to God, haven't looked at them. So I'm not an idiot, and you guys aren't idiots. So because you're watching me, so you're not an idiot. But you know, we're not dumb. Figure it out. But I don't want it all the way back here, because to me that's hanging off. I don't like the way it looks with this little lip right here. I can put it up here. I'm probably just going to move it to the front. What I need to do is I've had the phone right here and the little loops right here. So is that going to interfere? I'm just looking to see if anything interferes. No? So I like it to the front. I like it all the way up to the front. So I'm going to pull the red handle. It's going to pull it off. So all the way to the front is all the way to the back when you flip it over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tighten this down. Just going to go ahead and tighten these. Okay, so I got them kind of snug. I'm just gonna tighten them down all the way. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, this was much easier than putting the ring on. Not that the ring was hard, but this was pretty easy. All right. So everything tight. That no longer moves like that. All right. And then we just need to adjust the strap, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these instructions. Make sure I'm not missing some kind of vital thing. All right. So the picture, I just saw from the picture to flip this open, and it's got this little thing right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this around. We're gonna take this little piece, and right here in the front, underneath the handle, there's this little flap. You can see my finger sticking out. Hello, hello, there's my finger. So we're gonna take this thing right here. We're gonna push this in, okay? And inside is the female part of this buckle. See? Inside there's the female. So you know what males and females like to do. They like to come together. So we're going to put that in there, and then actually probably should have flipped that upside down. Let me see. So it's just a matter of have it flipped up. So I'm trying to keep it straight going around. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and reattach it. And I think basically you just want a little bit out the front so it's comfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on there. Stick that on there. And I got a lot out the front, so I'm going to pull this through and adjust it. So I only need a little bit, just enough to grab, just a little loop. Okay, so a little loop right there, a little too much still for me. And I think everyone's going to have their own personal preference of how much loop they want through. To be honest, I'm kind of more in the way of just not having hardly anything, I think. And you know, you can find what's good for you. You could always adjust it on the. So when that's closed, you just grab it. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to bring you in closer. Okay. So it's on the bag right now. It's not moving around. So you just got to reach up here and you grab this little red ring, and when you grab it, pull it forward. I can't. This is in the way. I'd be doing this right-handed normally, and it comes right off. So it comes right off. So now all you got to do is just set it down. And I mean, be sensible. Don't scratch your tank up trying to get down. But watch. I'm going to set it down. Hear it? Hear that? Hear it? It's pulling away from me. So it's just a matter of getting it kind of right on there. I'm trying to see exactly how. Okay, so it's kind of neat. You got these little grooves right here, and the reason I was having trouble getting in there because in my brain I thought this thing was going inside, but it's not. So you got these little, see these little bars right there? Watch. Can you see that? Watch. I'm pulling up the red cord, and the bars, these little bars right there, are moving. See that? So when you stick it on there, these little bars are magnetized. This is magnetized, and they pop right over there, and it goes. And I'm sure I'll get better with this in time. And it's not coming off. So it's that simple. So now you got room for your glasses. Put my glasses up front. You got room for your wallet, and you even got room for a decent sized gun. This is a Sig Sauer P365. So you can put your gun in there if you want, and you can close it up. And if something happens and you're off and you need to do something, you know, you can get in here in a hurry and grab your wallet so you can get gas. So put your gun down there maybe, or whatever. You could take it out, put it in, carry it without the holster, you know, take it out of your holster on your side and put it in there. That's probably what I'll do because it's just more sensible. The holster's, you know, on me. So put the gun in there, and it's easier to get to. It's not going to go off by itself. They just don't do that. So you got all this stuff, so it's pretty cool. So say you got your stuff on you. Say you got everything in there, and we're packed up. Maybe you got a pair of keys in there too, and it's time to go. So you're like, okay, I got to go. We're getting off the bike. So get off the bike, pull this, and just go and grab the handle, and you're good to go. You carry the handle around with you, and that's pretty cool. So another thing it has too is just like the bag in the back. And if you haven't seen my review on the Nelson Rig tail bag, I think this is a commuter bag. Check it out. This bag is awesome. I love this bag. Holds its shape. It's shaped a lot like this, to be honest. They have real similar shapes where they're sort of like a dome shape, and it helps it keep its shape a little better and that kind of thing. And they say this bag is somewhat water resistant, but I will probably carry this around with me anyway. And I think if I just put it in here or something, it'll actually, it tucks away pretty nicely right there. So, but say you got a little bit too much in here. There's a zipper right here, and there's a little, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me take you in for a closer look. So there's a little, can you see that? The zipper has a little tiny thing where you tuck, watch, the zipper end, and you tuck it up in there. So this isn't flapping around in the wind, flapping. You tuck it up, let me see, you tuck it up right inside this little tab right here, which is kind of hard to do with one hand and while you're filming. But it tucks right up inside, trust me. I just did it. So anyway, you undo the zipper. Got to get around this, and then undo the zipper, and all the way around. And what you have is you have a taller bag. So the bag just got taller if you need to carry something else in there. So something, you got a little bit more stuff, it gets taller. So it's a 2-in-1, and it's awesome. You know, a lot of bags do that. A lot of tail bags and a lot of tank bags are the same way, and this is no different. So it's pretty cool. So far, I like it. And here's, so two-handed, pull this little thing up, stick that little thing in there, and we're good to go. I like it. I think it looks pretty good, guys. I'm gonna take you for a farther out look. There you go. I will probably stick, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna stick the little Allen wrench in there for a while until I know that that's where I want it to get down the road. But I mean, I think she looks pretty good. I mean, you know, again, I'd rather drive without the tail bag, but the tail bag is needed. So you got a little bit of luggage, you know, without running actual side bags. You got a little bit of luggage. This isn't too intrusive. This is the smallest one they make. They do make some that are quite big, and they stick way up. Another cool feature of this is, got this neat little emblem right here, and it's pretty cool. But another cool feature is if you open this up, you can put your phone in there, and there's another one of the little holes, so you can bring a cord out through here if you need to plug into something. say you need to plug in the power somewhere, or you need to have you want headphones on you can do that. So I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It matches the bike. The colors are the same. I think it's pretty good. Check it out and see how she goes. You guys are smart enough to make up your own mind, but so far I really love it. I think it looks great. I'm super happy with it. I love the functionality of it, and that's it. So please hit like and subscribe. Please check me out on Facebook at Evolving Male. And also, if you're watching this on Evolving Male, please check out my other site where I'm slowly moving all the motorcycle stuff to a separate channel, and that is called Twisted Throttle Moto. And I'm also on Facebook. I have a little Facebook page, and that is actually Triumph's Triples. So check that out, and that's by Evolving Male. Both of those are by Evolving Male, so it's, you know, Twisted Throttle Moto by Evolving Male. So check that out. I really appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe. Please leave me some comments. Tell me what you think. And just thanks a bunch, man. I really appreciate it. And as always, peace out.